Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sharp, painful cramp in your leg, so strong it stops you from even moving? You're not alone. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that nearly half of seniors over 60 experience nighttime leg cramps at least once a week. But here's the good news. With just a few simple food choices, you can reduce cramps, strengthen your legs, and finally sleep peacefully through the night. Take Mary, a 72-year-old grandmother from Florida. For years, she struggled with painful cramps that woke her up at 2 a.m. almost every night. She thought it was just a part of getting old. But when her doctor recommended a few simple changes in her diet, the results were life-changing. By adding potassium-rich fruits, calcium from dairy, and magnesium from nuts and seeds, her cramps almost disappeared. Today, she wakes up refreshed, walks with confidence, and says, "I feel like I've gotten my nights back." And that's what this video is about. Because leg cramps are not just random pain, they are your body's way of asking for better care. In this video, we'll uncover the top 3 foods that fight leg cramps naturally, why missing these nutrients puts seniors at higher risk, and how small daily changes can make your legs stronger and your nights calmer. So let's begin with the first food that doctors and scientists agree can make a real difference for seniors struggling with leg cramps. Why leg cramps matter after 60. Leg cramps may seem like just a nuisance, but after 60, they become more than that. According to the National Institute on Aging and the Mayo Clinic, recurring cramps are often linked to age-related changes. Muscle fibers weaken, circulation slows, and the body processes minerals like potassium and magnesium less efficiently. This means that what once was just a short spasm at night can now be a warning sign of deeper health concerns, like poor circulation, nerve issues, or nutrient deficiencies. In fact, a 21 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who reported frequent nighttime cramps were also more likely to experience mobility limitations and falls within the next year. That means cramps aren't just about discomfort. They can directly impact independence and quality of life. Take Robert, 68, from Ohio. He used to shrug off his cramps as just old age, but one night the pain was so severe it caused him to stumble when getting out of bed. After talking to his doctor, he learned that low magnesium levels and mild dehydration were behind the cramps. By adjusting his diet and drinking more water, his cramps decreased dramatically, and more importantly, his confidence in moving around at night returned. The lesson here is clear. Don't ignore cramps. They're not just a random annoyance. They're your body's early alarm system telling you something needs attention. Have you ever brushed off a leg cramp only to have it come back worse the next night? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to know how you've handled it. Now that we understand why cramps matter so much after 60, let's move on to the mistakes many seniors make with their diet and hydration that actually make cramps worse. Mistakes seniors make with nutrition and hydration. When it comes to leg cramps, many seniors unknowingly make diet and hydration mistakes that set the stage for pain. According to the National Institutes of Health, low intake of potassium, magnesium, and calcium are common in adults over 60. Yet, these are the exact minerals your muscles need to relax properly. Combine that with mild dehydration, which the Mayo Clinic reports is much more common in older adults because thirst signals weaken with age, and you have the perfect storm for cramps. Many seniors also rely heavily on processed foods, which are often high in sodium but low in nutrients. Excess sodium can throw off electrolyte balance, worsening cramps instead of preventing them. Consider Mary, 72, from Arizona. She loved salty snacks and drank mostly coffee during the day. When her leg cramps began waking her up 3 nights a week, she thought it was just aging. Her doctor explained that her diet lacked magnesium and fluids, and the caffeine was making dehydration worse. Once Mary added a banana with breakfast, a glass of water with every meal, and swapped some salty snacks for yogurt, her cramps improved within weeks. The lesson here: it's not just about what you eat, but also what you're missing. A small gap in minerals or hydration can make a big difference in your comfort and mobility. How many glasses of plain water do you usually drink in a day? Be honest, it might be less than you think. Share your answer in the comments below. Now that we've seen how the wrong choices can make cramps worse, let's explore the first of the 3 powerful foods that doctors recommend for preventing cramps and keeping your legs strong. Food number 1: bananas and potassium-rich foods. Bananas are often called nature's electrolyte pill, and for good reason. They're packed with potassium, a mineral essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, adults over 60 are at higher risk of potassium deficiency, which can trigger frequent leg cramps and even irregular heartbeat. Potassium helps balance sodium in the body, reduces water retention, and supports smooth muscle function. A medium banana provides about 400 milligrams of potassium, which is nearly 10% of the daily recommended intake. But bananas aren't the only source. Foods like sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados also provide potassium that can protect your muscles from cramping. Take George, 68, from Florida. He suffered nightly cramps that woke him up at 2 or 3 a.m. After his doctor suggested adding a banana to his evening snack and increasing vegetables rich in potassium, he noticed a remarkable change. Within 2 weeks, the cramps reduced drastically, and he could finally sleep through the night. The lesson here: sometimes the simplest foods, like a banana, can make a big difference. You don't need expensive supplements, just consistent, natural choices in your diet. Do you eat at least one potassium-rich food each day? Share your answer in the comments. I'd love to know what your favorite source is. Now that we've seen how potassium can calm your muscles and reduce cramps, let's move to the second superfood: magnesium-rich options that relax your body from the inside out. Food number 2: magnesium-rich foods, spinach, nuts, seeds. If potassium is the mineral that fuels muscle contractions, then magnesium is the one that helps muscles relax afterward. Without enough magnesium, muscles may stay tense longer than they should, leading to cramps, spasms, and even restless legs at night. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, nearly 50% of adults over 60 don't get enough magnesium from their diet. Low levels are linked not only to muscle cramps, but also to higher risks of high blood pressure, poor sleep, and even type 2 diabetes. Good news: magnesium is easy to add to your meals. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are packed with it. Nuts and seeds like almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds are also excellent portable sources. Just a handful can provide 20 to 30% of your daily needs. Take Linda, a 72-year-old from Arizona. She loved gardening but often had to stop because of painful leg cramps. Her nutritionist suggested adding a spinach salad at lunch and a small handful of almonds in the afternoon. Within a month, her cramps almost disappeared, and she said she finally felt confident bending, squatting, and enjoying her time in the garden again. Lesson here: your body isn't just asking for energy, it's asking for balance. Muscles need potassium to contract and magnesium to relax. Ignoring one creates imbalance. Do you eat nuts, seeds, or leafy greens every day? Which one is easiest for you to include in your meals? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. Now that we've covered how magnesium helps your muscles relax and recover, let's move to the third superfood: calcium-rich dairy and plant-based options that keep both your bones and muscles strong. Food number 3: Calcium-rich foods, dairy and plant-based alternatives. When people think of calcium, they often think only about bones. But did you know calcium is also essential for proper muscle function? Without enough calcium, your muscles, especially in the legs, may not contract and release smoothly, which can trigger painful cramps. According to the National Institute on Aging, seniors over 60 are at higher risk of calcium deficiency due to reduced absorption with age. This deficiency is linked not only to weak bones, osteoporosis, but also to muscle spasms and an increased risk of falls. Good sources include low-fat dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. For those who are lactose intolerant, plant-based alternatives such as fortified almond milk, soy milk, or tofu can provide just as much calcium. Pairing calcium with vitamin D from sunlight or supplements improves absorption and strengthens the entire musculoskeletal system. Consider John, a 76-year-old from Ohio. He avoided dairy for years because of mild lactose intolerance and constantly struggled with leg cramps. His doctor suggested switching to fortified soy milk and adding yogurt with probiotics that are easier to digest. Within weeks, his cramps reduced, and he felt more steady on his feet. The lesson here: calcium isn't just about protecting bones. It's about supporting muscles, too. A daily source can be the difference between walking confidently and worrying about every step. Do you include calcium-rich foods in your meals every day? If not, what's the easiest option for you? Dairy or plant-based? Share below. Now that we've covered potassium, magnesium, and calcium, let's explore the fourth part of the picture: hydration. Why water and electrolytes are just as crucial in preventing leg cramps. We've covered the top 3 foods seniors over 60 should add to their daily diet to prevent painful leg cramps: bananas and potassium-rich fruits to keep muscles relaxed, dairy or fortified alternatives for calcium, building strength and stability, nuts, seeds, and whole grains for magnesium, calming the nervous system and easing cramps. These may seem like small changes, but their impact is powerful. Adding just one of these foods to your day can mean stronger legs, better sleep, and less risk of nighttime cramps or dangerous falls. Which of these foods will you add to your diet this week? Share in the comments. We'd love to hear your plan. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share so more seniors can enjoy healthier, cramp-free legs. And remember, your legs carry you through life. Take care of them, and they'll take care of you.